Hello everyone, my name is Ziying Huang. I go by Stella. I'm currently a senior studying at UCLA. Today I want to introduce some basic fundamental parameters that you are going to use in statistics, computations, and then data collections and analysis. The first thing that I want to introduce is the mean value. So mean value represents the average value for a data set that you're going to use. The formula that we are going to use is basically to sum up all the data values and then divide it by how many data you have in the data set. For example, we're going to use this data as an example to see. So this is just several numbers that I randomly come up with. 1, 4, 7, 8, 9, 15, 17, 19. For a mean value, you just basically sum it up and then divide it by how many data points you have in this data set. In this case, it's going to be 8. And then the result is going to be 10. Usually, we represent mean value using the alphabet mu. Next, I want to introduce another parameter called median value. So when you're trying to compute a median value, you put all the data in ascend order, and then in this case it's just going to be 1, 4, 7, 8, 9, 15, 17, 19. Since this data set has an even number of values in it, so we're going to take the two values in the middle, which is 8 and 9, and then compute the mean value of these two data, which result in 8.5 as a median value. If the number of the data you have is an odd number, you're just going to take the one in the middle and then use it as a median value. As you can see, the difference between the median value and then the mean value is that in this case, the median value is slightly less than the mean value is. When we are actually using these two parameters in reality, if we have a large data set and then has a lot of outliers in it, median value is recommended, because the result that we're gonna have is not gonna be greatly influenced by the outliers in this data set. Next, I want to introduce another concept called variance. So the formula of computing a variance is subtract the mean value from each value from your data set, and then divide it by how many data points that you have in the data set, which is represented by this formula. And then we usually represent variance in sigma square as a notation. And then in this case, since we already computed a mean value, which is 10, we're just going to subtract 10 from each value that we have from the data set. For example, it's going to be 1 minus 10, and then you take a square from this, and then you add it up, and then you divide it by 8, which is the number of the data points that you have in the data set. And then the result is going to be 35.75 in this case. The variance represents how far or the distance from each data point to the mean value, and then gives you a basic idea how much variety this data has between the data points. Thank you for watching. 好了，我都不知道我在